So I finished reading Torment, the duology by Dylan Page. And I was under the impression that it was going to be one of those like heartbreaking, just like tragedies. And in a sense, it is a tragedy. But for me, the first book just stressed me out. And I'm not saying that in a bad way, because it certainly made me uncomfortable. But I was expecting this book to make me cry like a lot, and it didn't. It just made me mad. It started out with me just being stressed out, and then I got mad. And there were a couple of things, excuse me. There were a couple of things. Like, I absolutely cannot, with any story where the main character has no character development or growth. I can't stand it. This is one of those stories. There's no character development, like, at all. Except for maybe with one of the side characters, which hardly, honestly, hardly matters. Another thing I can't stand is a story, an irreverent story, where every single character is essentially a piece of crap. And there is a repeated description of a character's physical features that at some point becomes incredibly monotonous and tedious, and it was something that was really distracting for me because, like, okay, like, I get the point. I know what he looks like halfway through page or book 2. You could stop that now. That being said, I was pleasantly surprised by the ending, in the sense that it moved me. Certainly moved me more than I thought it would. I genuinely thought that I was just going to end this duology angry. But indeed, it brought some tears to my eyes. And it had me thinking, the story itself would have had a lot more impact, or it could have had a lot more impact if it were written from the perspective of the MMC instead of the FMC. FMC. I give it a 3 out of 5 stars. It wasn't a terrible read. It wasn't exceptional. And I'm raging at everyone who made me think that it was just going to bring me to absolute blubbering tears, because that's what I was looking for. However, the author conveyed, I think, what they were trying to convey in a world that is just nothing but garbage. So, my reaction of being stressed and angry majority of the time is it's appreciated still, even though I was expecting to cry. Kids, hold on. If you're looking to be unsettled, it's a decent enough read. It's easy. It's a lot of the characters don't really have a lot of depth to them, and I think that's one of the reasons I had a hard time, because I didn't really connect with any of the characters at all. They simply existed. Anyway, yeah, 3 out of 5 stars. I will not be reading it again. I will not be saving it. I certainly don't want to purchase the physical copies of it, but I'm not disappointed that I read it.